AI can be a great tool when you are struggling to generate higher level questions on your own. There are a variety of tools that will develop DOK questions. I'm going to use Magic School because it's so straightforward and simple. When you go to Magic School, you'll see a list of tools. I'm going to use DOK questions. On my screen, they're recommended. If they are not recommended on yours, you can always search DOK. You'll see that there are only 2 steps to complete to generate questions on Magic School. I'm going to start by choosing a grade level. In this case, I'm going to use 8th grade, and then I'm going to pull a social studies standard. I'll copy and paste this here for my topic standard or objective, and then click Generate. Very quickly, I'll have a variety of questions at all levels. I'll want to take some time to look through these questions and choose the ones that are best. So these level 1 questions might be helpful at some points, but that should not be my focus. So what was the primary crop that contributed to the agrarian economy in the South might be helpful to help students retrieve information from the day before, but it's not a question I want to spend a lot of time focusing on. However, these questions at the DOK level 3 and 4 might be worth some serious time. So, for instance, assess the impact of cotton production on the social structure of the South would take students time and research. They'd have to think through ideas in order to answer that question. Or we could really extend this into maybe research projects by asking create a presentation that illustrates the development of the cotton industry and its significance in the Southern economy. So here, within just a few seconds, I have about 16 questions that I can use all focused on this one standard. I can choose the ones that are best, and then let's say I do want to critique the ethical implications of the cotton economy and the slave trade in Memphis. I might need to provide students with some scaffolds to get there. Sometimes these DOK 1 and 2 questions are wonderful scaffolds, so it's always a good idea to go back and look at those and think about how I could use them to scaffold to those higher level questions. Let's try a different subject area. I'm going to go back and open the DOK questions tool again. This time I'm going to set the grade level to 10th grade, and I'm going to use a biology standard. Once again, I have a variety of question levels, starting with something as basic as define the characteristics of life, to something as complicated and complex as design an experiment that could help clarify the debate on whether viruses should be considered living entities based on their characteristics. These questions frequently are going to ask students to do similar thought processes, but I can choose the one that's going to work best for my students, or maybe just use the AI-generated question as a starting point as I plan my own questions.